Hello and welcome to Company Profiles with me, Olivia Cox. And today I'm joined by Paul Mahoney of Nova Financial. Tell me a bit about Nova Financial.
Well, Nova Financial are a privately owned and independent property and finance advisory company. We've essentially applied the independent financial advisory model to specialising in property, and we advise clients on all aspects of the process of investing in property and thereafter achieving financial freedom through property investment. So we first help people decide if property investment's right for them and what is they're hoping to achieve. If it is, then we help them put together a criteria for their current situation, their goals and their preferences. We then apply that criteria to the market. We do all the research and due diligence that goes into finding the most suitable investments. So we have a very strong network and strong relationships in the market to get access to the best of what's out there. And then we provide all that research to our clients to enable them to make a more confident and educated investment, to essentially provide more clarity. Once we've found the right investment or investments, we help them through the acquisition process. We also organise the finance for them. So we're also mortgage brokers. And thereafter, we review their situation, help them reinvest when it makes sense to do so.
And when did Nova Financial start to operate?
We started operating in October 2014. Originally as a brand of another business, and then split the business off in early 2015. And since then, the business has grown very quickly. We've recently relocated and doubled our space in central London. So we're hiring so that we can, help more people, really.
So how exactly has the company evolved in those few years?
Well, essentially, it's evolved from myself and 4 business partners, which is now the management team within the business. We have offices in London, Birmingham and Manchester. We're predominantly London-based, but we deal with clients all over the country. We found that our offering has met the market really well because it is somewhat unique.
And have you found that the actual industry that you're working within has changed much over that time?
It has. There's been some major changes since November 2015. Such as tax changes. There's also been some recent changes to finance and the way that lenders look at serviceability of buy-to-let mortgages. And that's increased the need to seek advice, really. It's becoming more difficult for people to have the confidence that what they're investing in or the way they're investing is right for them. And we can help give that confidence.
And how do you see the company growing over the next few years? What are your goals?
Well, we'd like to establish more of a presence all around the country, have a physical presence all around the country, although we do deal with people all over the UK already. So it continues to build the business, perhaps diversify into different areas of property or even other types of investments to provide more support to our current client base or our current growing client base.
Is there a particular area of the UK that you've identified that you'd like to have a base next?
Well, our clients have been predominantly investing in the northwest, so Manchester and Liverpool is the 2 main areas that our clients have been investing lately. And that means that myself and my business partner spend a lot of time up there meeting with developers, vendors, and making sure we have a very clear understanding of what's happening and getting access to the better opportunities. So that's probably a fairly natural progression to have more of a presence up there in the near future.
What made you decide to do residential and commercial property investments?
Well, when you compare it with other investment options, such as shares or interest-bearing type investments, it's really the only type of investment asset class that you can take high levels of borrowings at low interest rates for the long term. So it really does stand out massively as an investment that doesn't necessarily need to set the house on fire so far as returns, but that still gives you a fantastic return on the money that you invest.
So how do you help the sort of average Joe type investor?
Well, it differs with clients. We deal with first-time investors through to high net worth investors, and both of those types of people have different needs. But essentially what we do is we help them understand what it is they're working toward, give them more clarity of the end goal, and then help them fill the gaps in between in finding the right investments and giving them confidence that that's the right investment for them. There's thousands of options out there, and property traditionally has been a very do-it-yourself type investment, but any individual has limited resources. So we have very strong resources available to us. This is what we do all day, every day, and we like to think we're quite good at what we do. So we help people narrow those thousands down to 1, 2 or 10, whatever works for them.
And what actually makes Nova Financial different?
Well, the fact that we're independent and we have nothing to sell. We
Okay.
don't have a book or a list of properties or products. The property industry tends to be very sales focused. For example, an estate agent is maybe selling 10 properties. And although he might be a great guy, he's only ever going to sell you 10 of those properties. Well, one of those 10 properties. So of course, it's very difficult as an individual to know what he's selling you, if that's actually right for you, and whether his 10 is the best out of the thousands. So our big point of difference is the fact that everything we do is very bespoke to the individual, in finding the best thing that works for them and what they're working toward.
Sure. And how have people reacted to Nova Financial?
Well, really well, I'd say. Our success kind of speaks for itself. Being in business now for just over 2 years and building quite a large client base. At the moment, our clients are investing in around 20 or 30 properties a month. So the business is growing quickly, and we're getting lots of referrals now, which is great because we get to work with lots of like-minded people.
Brilliant, Paul. Thank you so much. That was Paul Mahoney from Nova Financial.